Are you sometimes troubled because you miss making a payment in time? Let me give you a couple of simple tips. It happens to the best of us. You get a bill, you put it to the side, and you forget to pay it. It's the natural order of things, but you do want to avoid this. A, because it weighs on your mind and it kind of feels bad to not do it. And B, because you may end up having to pay more because you're too late. So, how do you do this? First of all, you have to manage what comes in. You do get bills by regular mail, by email, sometimes by text. And that in itself is confusing because you've got different places where things come in, and especially the electronic ones are sometimes easy to forget and difficult to manage. So here's my trick to deal with the incoming things. If you get a bill or an invoice through mail, make sure you look at them, you put all of them in one place. And by definition, that would probably be the place where you do your payments. So it could be on your desk, it could be in the hallway in a dedicated tray, it could be anywhere that comes to mind for you where you would put these so you can easily find them. Now that deals with the physical paper invoices, but how do you deal with email or text? Now, obviously, you can't save the text or email to that tray. So what I would say is keep the email in your inbox and write on a piece of paper which email you've got and what you have to pay and where it is. And then put that piece of paper with the rest of your paper bills. And if you have multiple electronic invoices or you get a confirmation by text that you have to pay something, just take note of these on the same piece of paper. Make sure you separate them properly so you can easily distinguish them, but put them with the other invoices. Now that is dealing with all things incoming. How do you deal with the actual payment? A lot of times payments slip through because it's too late to make the payment. And to avoid that, the easiest way is to set a specific time each week where you deal with all the payments that have accumulated until that point. Basically, at one particular day in the week at a specific time, you go to the place where you saved all your references, all your paper invoices, and that little sheet of paper with the references of things in your email, in your texts, and you deal with them. And it's important to make that a regular thing. So you want to set a specific time and date, let's say Saturday morning at 11 o'clock for half an hour. Now, that doesn't mean you have to work for half an hour. Sometimes there will be nothing. Sometimes you'll have a lot more and it takes longer than half an hour. But the important thing is that you schedule that into your agenda so you have that time slot that is dedicated to doing this particular task. And if you do that regularly, it becomes a habit and you'll be less likely to miss out on payments. How do you go about this then? At that given time, you make a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, or you bring a glass of water, you sit down at your desk, and then you start working. Now, very important, you want to eradicate any kind of distraction that comes your way during that time. So make sure your family knows that you're busy. Make sure that you turn off your phone or you turn off the volume so you're not distracted while you're doing it. Remember, one reason why those bills don't get paid is that you forget about them. That to me indicates that you might be easily distracted by other things. So, in order to make this work, you have to eradicate all distractions. And that also means closing the door behind you when you do this. That means not listening to music. So just keep your mind with it. Now, if half an hour is too long, that's not really a problem, because once you've paid your bills and all your paperwork is done, you simply move on to something else. The important thing is that you have the time available. and that it's not something you put to the side in order to do when you have time. Because you'll never have enough time unless you schedule time for paying your bills. So if you have half an hour, then after 10 minutes you're done. Well, you've got 20 minutes on your hand that you can do something else with. And that is really how you can approach paying your bills and making payments on a regular basis and without losing out of them. Give it a go. Try it out. By all means, tweak wherever you can to make it feel more comfortable for you, and let me know if it works. Either way, looking forward to seeing you again next time. If you want more, there are options. Click the round logo to subscribe to this channel, or select the playlist in the middle to see more content, or check out the links in the description below. Oh, and feel free to like this video.